Okay, welcome. Here, that's the first video of the series and is a preview of the SP1. What I want to do is different from taking pics of the exterior of the interior. What I will show you is all the system improvements, well, the vast majority of system improvements that have been done for SP1. And the first video, or that one, will be about APU. Before the SP1, the APU values were quite stuck on the same time, and there were a pair of things that could be improved, and I will show all of you. First of all, you can see we are on the start page, engine are off, we just have battery and standby power, so we don't have external power connected, and as you can see, right hand side of the aircraft is off. Anyway, first thing you can notice now is that the AGT sensor being actually in the exhaust pipe of the APU on the tail will actually show now the temperature on the outside. In this case, for example, setting air temperature is plus 34 and it's showing 34 and will actually change depending on temperature outside. And that's quite interesting because it's more realistic about the sensor taking the temperature from the outside, and the same thing will be when you're actually flying. But as the air is stuck into the tailpipe at the back of the plane when you're flying, even if the outside temperature is minus 54, the air into the tailpipe will actually show more temperature than what is supposed to be the static air temperature, and you will see something more closer to the true air temperature during the flight. Anyway, first of all, we should start the APU, show you a few bits and pieces that are different from the past. As you remember, in the past, N1 and 2 were all the same value, they were not changing much. This time is not. We made it realistic. We made the fact that those values changes from time to time. They changes while the APU is working, while the loads on the APU generator is increasing or decreasing, like opening APU bleed air, starting the hydraulic pump pumps that are using pressurized air, at least the one in the system of 1 and 4 for hydraulics. Anyway, let's start APU and show you how does it go. Okay, first thing to do, APU start source switch should be set on TR, because of course we're using standby battery, so through the transformer rectifier unit we can start up the APU. Then we can actually move the APU selector to start finally, and release to home. Okay, now as you can see, values are increasing on the start page, and 1 is increasing and 2 increasing, AGT going up, and everything is slowly starting up. When N1 reach a certain value, we'll see APU running on the ECAS. And now it's coming. As you can see, actually the startup is slower than earlier, it's more realistic, has been timed, has been getting better, and as you can see, APU running gear, values are stabilizing, AGT is rising and then decreasing again around 450, 500 as the maximum value, without any other service being actually used. You can see 471, 470, 468, and then stabilizing. And as you can see, actually N1 and N2 are now modifying their values slowly, and they actually more realistic because they change from time to time. And for example, if we just turn on a service, you will see the EGT and the N1 moving and changing to actually reflect the fact that the load on the generator is going to rise or decrease depending on the on what, of course, is being done. For example, just imagine turning on the APU bleed valve, just like turning on the engine bleed, and we can start APU bleed, you see on, and watch the AGT now when turning on the APU bleed is increasing 500, and one is just decreasing a little, 99.6, because there is more load on the APU, and then it's getting back to 100 slowly, really slowly, depending on how you actually waiting for the APU to rise. And the same thing goes if, for example, we turn on the hydraulic demand pump, just like number 1, going to auto. And you can see now it's increasing again, it's moving, and the pressure is of course rising, 515 now. And that's actually what you will see with the new APU model into SP1. And of course there are many more values actually that can be used for APU. If you go in the ECAS maintenance page and you just go select the APU, display, you will see all the values, and you have also a lot of other values that you will see, just like oil pressure, if electric is available because you turn on or off the generators, the command position of the valves, the duct pressure, the inlet temperature, the low compressor inlet temperature, and as you can see, actually every single value on the APU is now being shown here, and of course also N1 and N2 are being moved every single moment. And that's quite nice because you can actually have a realistic APU with the load, with everything. Just for example, turn on the APU generator now. Like generator 1, generator 2, and back to the ECAS. As you can see now is 100%, 558, that is even more than 515 before, and there is now electrical availability on, of course, because we actually open it, and you can see DC volt exiting is 28 for the battery, and everything is working nicely now with the new modified APU. And we can also shut down the APU, and I will show you here the shutdown from this page. If we actually shut down APU now, everything turn off, of course, right hand side of the aircraft goes down, and duct pressure is decreasing, everything is decreasing. APU is of course decreasing because we got the electrics off, the bleed air off, and then after a few seconds of waiting, because it's just cooling down before the APU shutdown, you will see everything just going off in a few seconds, I guess. It's going to be a few seconds, it's just usually 1 minute of wait. And that's the first video, of course. There will be much more to show you in the next few days, and the next one will be probably electric system. There are some quite nice changes in the electric system and how the generators are being controlled and the load is being shared by the generators, and I will show you about it in the next few videos. Of course, many of the changes we done, okay, you can see now as thing is going down, bypass is closed, fuel solenoids are off, and ground mode is, inlet door is closing, and everything is shutting down slowly and nicely, just like oil temperature coming down. As I told you, many of the things you will see in the SP1 are quite hidden, are not that big, just like the APU, and few more things you will see. But anyway, there are many changes in that. There are big changes like float lights, like a stereo model, like wing flex force, and oh yeah, that's for maybe remembering, the tires are now dirt, and many people actually ask for it, and the tires are now dirt, not anymore white, clean, shiny tires on a whole 7.4. Anyway, that's the first one. Will be a few more videos in the next few days. I don't have a video for every single day, of course, but I have few things to show you, and so thank you for watching, and keep tuned on that because I will show you a few more things. Thanks.